Good morning. I do have to apologize. I'm going to be making some adjustments to this camera. I've kind of got everything set up on a chair. This was actually a request from one of my subscribers. I've had a couple requests to do a pantry, like showing my pantry, and I thought, and this might not be the same exact kind of pantry video that you might be looking for, but as a gift to our daughter who's getting her first place, I am going to give up one of my wonderful insulated grocery bags to her. But I'm going to be using this as an opportunity to go through my pantry. I'm going to be checking outdated items. I'm going to be getting rid of non-keto items. I'm going to be looking for items that Elizabeth might be able to use in her first apartment. Good morning, Lori. So this is going to kind of be like a clean out my pantry and try to get some things together for my daughter who just got her first new place outside of mom and dad's. Let me adjust this down a little bit. Now as I come close, of course I'm going to be cut off, but I didn't want you just looking up here at the top shelf. So that's usually where I keep all my bulk stuff up here. So the first place that I want to go is I want to go to all of my dish towels. Now, for those of you who love cooking, oh, thank you so much. I hope you have a good day at work. So anyway, I'm going to be going through my dish towels. Now, I used to have this theory that you could never have too many dish towels, but I need to pull them down anyway because I need to reorganize them. I really do. I also am going to be preparing some stuff for yard sale and for donation. I have a lot of stuff that I used for my dogs when they were little. I rescued both of them. Both of them were incredibly sick when they were puppies. And so this was in a kennel for them. And so this is something that I can donate back to the animal shelters. I can run it through my dishwasher, sanitize it, and donate it back to the animal shelters. And if it can save them a little bit of money and having to purchase one of these, then that's more money that they have for the dogs. So I'm going to be having two piles here. One is going to be stuff that's going to be going to Elizabeth, and this is going to be stuff that's going to be either donated or sold in the yard sale. I have all kinds of stuff. This is a big pantry. And it's a shame. It's a little embarrassing. I feel somewhat wasteful. I feel a little wasteful. I got to just be honest with you with that because I have a lot of stuff in here that I have not, I bought it, didn't like it, and just kind of left it in here. And so, oh yeah. And it all comes tumbling down. So I'm just trying to pull out and organize as I go. I don't know where I put, and I'm going to put the stuff I need to reorganize over here. So I've got all of these aprons, dish towels, all of these aprons and dish towels in here. It's ridiculous. Like these dog treats. I breathed in a piece of dust or something. Holy cow. These dog treats I bought, my dogs don't really eat them. And I don't have a lot of friends that come over with their dogs. Holy moly. So I'm also going to donate these to the animal shelter. I don't even know if they'll take them open. But I figure this shelter is a kill shelter, right? If they're going to do that anyway, you would think it wouldn't matter to them to take that, but I'm not tall enough. More dish towels. So I keep a lot of my bulk spices in here. I definitely, you want to know something that's funny? This is probably out of date. That's before August 2020. No, it's still neither my husband or myself use this anymore. We just drink black coffee. This has been sitting in my pantry forever. It's half full. I want the container, but I don't want the creamer because we're getting ready to finish our pole barn in the back, and my husband does a lot of fixing stuff. So this makes a great container for nuts and bolts. It's a pretty heavy duty container. So I'll probably just go ahead and empty the creamer out of it, put it in a jar to give to Elizabeth, you know, the leftover, and then keep the container. This is the ranch seasoning that I made using Keto Keeping It Simple recipe. She has a really good recipe for homemade ranch dressing. It's totally clean, it's totally keto friendly, and it's absolutely delicious. I keep that up there. Of course, pork rinds. These are pork rinds that I've taken. They're just plain salted pork rinds that I take and I crush them down like breadcrumbs, and then I keep them in a cereal container up here. At one time, this was full, but it takes about 8 bags of pork rinds to fill this. But it lasts me, I think, 3.5, 4 months now, so it lasts quite a while. Of course, bulk garlic and bulk onion. What I may do is I may go through my seasoning cabinet today and see if I have any empty jars, and then put some of my bulk seasoning into smaller seasoning jars and take them to Elizabeth as well. You guys, everything's falling out of here. More dish towels, more dish towels. Okay, so this is a perfect time for me to start doing some reorganization. Because we're live, periodically I'm gonna ask for a thumbs up if you're watching this video and you like this kind of content. Because I know how easy it is to get wrapped up in a live. Now this is a product that I've tried. It's MCT, and I realize that this might be flipped around. I'm not sure if it's flipped around when you're live. But anyway, I haven't used this yet, just the regular MCT oil, but I have tried their nut butters, and their nut butters are amazing. Then of course, keto friendly snack, I have some moon cheese. This is Gouda, but the pepper jack is my favorite. It's another keto snack, but I have to be careful with these. These are pumpkin seeds. Thank you. Thank you. These are pumpkin seeds, and they're really, really super spicy. If you've never had pumpkin seeds, organic pumpkin seeds, the macros on them is pretty good. So for a quarter of a cup, these pumpkin seeds are 150 calories, 13 grams of fat, 220 milligrams of potassium, 4 carbohydrates, 2 dietary fiber, and 8 protein. So these are great to sprinkle on a salad. Like if you don't want meat, if you don't, you know, you're kind of burned out on eggs, you're wanting to have a salad, you're wanting a little bit different, you're wanting some crunch, you're wanting some spicy flavor, add some spiced pumpkin seeds to it. And you're going to get some protein, you're going to get some healthy fat just by adding a quarter cup of pumpkin seeds. So there are some keto snacks. More moon cheese, and that's my favorite brand. That's my favorite flavor. Hey. Hey. My dogs bark at everything. Of course, I always, if I can find the Colombian coffee, I always keep it on stock because they don't always carry it. So anytime I find it, I just keep it stocked in my pantry. I bought this. We landed on the moon, Dumb and Dumber. I'm not sure what that comment's about. So anyway, I had bought some of this and I was gonna try it. I just have not been brave enough to try it yet. This is a spaghetti noodle made out of the hearts of palm. I have not tried it yet. It's got 4 carbohydrates, 2 dietary fiber, 2 grams of protein, 0 fat. And I thought this might be kind of interesting doing like a shrimp scampi. I thought if you took some clam juice and you soaked the noodles for a little while with some salt and some clam, maybe put a couple artichoke hearts in there, some garlic, some real butter, salt, and then you reduce that to like a cream sauce with some heavy whipping cream, and then put some shrimp and clams in there. That might be good, but I just have not been brave enough to try these yet. Not yet. Not only that, but they're saying that there's 3 servings per container. So once again, this is one of those manufactured foods where they list up here full 4 grams of carbohydrates, but they don't tell you that this is 3 servings. This little tiny can is 3 servings. And let's be realistic, if we're having this for a meal, I would say 2 servings. I would not say 3 for this, so it's really misleading. If you were to use the whole can and you're counting total carbs in your journey, you would almost be at your entire carbohydrates for the day. And I really don't know how this would affect my sugar. Oh yes, I love seafood. Absolutely love seafood. So I'm not sure that I want to try this, so I think I might pass this on to Elizabeth, even though she doesn't cook. She might cook now. Okay, more dog treats. I really got to come up with another place for dog treats. Of course, this is just some buy one, get one free basic beef stock. Organic vegetable broth stock. There's not a lot of carbohydrates in this. This is just for when I want to make some veggies and I want some flavor. I will add a cup or so of this. I also make lots of soup that call for broth, and I use that. I mean, it's nice to use organic, but you do what you can afford on your grocery budget. I have a ton of this in my pantry. This is a staple in my pantry. I use this in my bacon cheeseburger soup recipe. These Rotel tomatoes. Now, some people on keto cannot have tomatoes, just forewarning. These have 5 grams of carbohydrates for a half a cup. And usually when you're doing a soup, you're not even getting a half a cup. You're getting a few pieces of tomato and some of the tomato juice. But this is a staple in my pantry. I bought these when they were on sale. Whole baby clams. I have not cooked them yet. And they still have 2 years left to expire, so they're gonna stay. More roasted tomatoes. I'm kind of trying to clean this up as I go. I have a lot of tomatoes. A lot of tomatoes. These are also a staple in my pantry. You can find these chopped green chilies almost at all times. They're really good for multiple. They're good in meatloaf. They're good with fried eggs. They're good in all kinds of soups. Of course, I have some spinach. Fresh spinach is better, but it is what it is. More dog treats. You can tell I spoil my dogs. These are for my husband's meatloaf and his meatballs. He is on a low carb diet. He's not on keto. He's just low carb. But I use, these are my favorite breadcrumbs. They have the best flavor. Of course, I don't use them for my cooking anymore. But back in the day when I used to eat carbohydrates, this is how I rolled with breadcrumbs. Some people have time and make their own. I don't have time. Normally I'm not off work. Normally I'm working, but today I'm not. So I'm trying to be productive. This is definitely, I have 2 cans of tuna fish. I'm definitely gonna send one of these cans to Elizabeth. Good morning. Oh, my spice cabinet needs attention. My kitchen cabinets need attention. I've got to go through my kitchen really. And I guess Elizabeth getting her first new apartment is a good excuse to go through this stuff. I have 2 cans of crab meat in here. I'm going to go ahead and give one to Elizabeth to help her. I just have one of these nut butters left, and I'm not giving that up. I love these nut butters. And then this is a product that's totally keto called Just the Cheese. This is jalapeno, and it's my favorite. This is definitely keto here. I found this at my favorite health food store. So the ingredients on here, it's very clean. Cheese, pasteurized milk, salt, cheese cultures, enzymes, jalapeno peppers, and it contains milk. There are no ugly ingredients in this product. It's called Just the Cheese. I like that it comes in 2 granola type squares. It's so delicious. Oh, I'm sorry, the macros. The macros for 1 container. So for everything in this package, it's 12 grams of fat, 320 milligrams of sodium, less than 1 carbohydrate, and 8 grams of protein. So this is a great snack. Great snack. Oh, yes, I'm sorry. You know what? I forgot. Congratulations on your new baby chickens. So my husband's kind of burned out on these. I love these when I was on the Mediterranean diet, and actually these are not real keto friendly. If you look at the macros, that's got 6 carbohydrates and 3 sugar in it. That's got 8 carbohydrates and 7 sugars in it. They do make these in like a lemon that are much lower carb, much lower sugar if you can't stand eating tuna fish just plain. But I'm going to throw these in there for Elizabeth. I know she likes tuna fish. I have, of course, some asparagus and some green beans in here. I'm going to keep the asparagus and I'm going to pack her up some green beans. Woo! I almost dropped it. All right, so I'm going to pack Elizabeth up some green beans because I know she likes them. My pantry's looking so empty now. I've also got a can of sweet peas here. My husband still eats them, but I'm gonna leave a can in the pantry for him and then give the other one to Elizabeth. Now this is where it's gonna start getting ugly. I bought this back when it was buy one, get one free. It's fully cooked bacon. It's not it is expired. Used by May 19th, 2019. Okay, well this is expired. So it's not going to anyone. I thought it was still good. I just bought it maybe a month ago. I'm gonna give up some of my little baby Slim Jims. That just is not, I mean, that's one carb right there, one carbohydrate. And to me, that's not enough food to justify one carbohydrate. So, I mean, like if I were to eat this, this wouldn't fill me up at all. As a matter of fact, if I was hungry and I ate this, I would still be just as hungry after eating this tiny little Slim Jim. So to me, it's not worth it. I bought this for my husband when he first started low carb, but he has found since then a jerky he prefers. So I'm gonna pack up Elizabeth some Slim Jims. Now this is something that I have had in my pantry for a while now. It went in the pantry with the creamer. Since my husband and I really don't use sugar, I do use this in some of the recipes that I make for him, like a spoonful when I make his, he can't have artificial sugar, so I'll use like a spoonful of this when I make his meatloaf glaze, or if I make him like a teriyaki chicken, I will use a spoonful or so of this because he can't have artificial sugar. So, but I may take and try to find a jar and put some of this in it for Elizabeth so she's got some sugar to start with. Oh, I don't know where to put all this stuff. She can definitely have this. I'm going to pack this up for her. This is peanut oil. The reason that I used to use peanut oil is because it's got a higher, you can cook at higher temperatures, but I no longer eat that kind of stuff. I'm checking expiration dates too. One of the worst things that I do, see, this is May 31st, 2019. Have you ever tried? No, honestly, because the longest I've ever been able to go fasted is about 21 hours, and then my blood sugar drops really low. I'm talking hypoglycemic, shaking, dizzy, gonna pass out. So 21 hours is about the longest I've ever been able to go without food. I've tried 3 different times. I've tried to do a 24-hour fast, and I have not successfully been able to navigate that because of my blood sugar. So it's not an excuse. So I'm not going to give this to anyone because this actually expires tomorrow, and I wouldn't want anyone to get sick. See, I needed to go through my pantry. Okay, this is good till December. I'm going to pack them up some spicy brown mustard. Gosh, all of these are expired. I'm so bad. So there's a ranch dressing that's being thrown away. Ooh. December 6, 2017. We know where that's going. This is also expired. It expired 2 weeks ago. So there's another thing of ranch that's no good, or blue cheese. I'm not giving her my favorite keto-friendly dressing. This is a local dressing. This is actually made right here in the state of Florida. It is a spicy vinaigrette made with habanero peppers. Oh, hey Lloyd, how are you doing? So this dressing right here, which can be found, I did a review on it. It's made with olive oil instead of soy. So anyway, yeah, it's really embarrassing. I gotta tell you, that's kind of why I almost didn't want to do this video but this isn't the first time somebody's requested that I do a pantry video. So I thought, let me kill 3 birds with 1 stone. Let me get some items to Elizabeth for her first new apartment, kind of help her financially to not have to buy the items. And I think I have a big bottle of this in the fridge. This expired. Crap. This is expired too. No, but it is embarrassing. Because to me, it's like really wasteful. Back when I was a single mom and my grocery budget was literally $30 a week to feed me and my daughter. That's all the money that I had. I was working 2 jobs. I was killing myself trying to support my daughter. No child support, no government help, no nothing. I was just straight up hardcore single mom superwoman. And yeah, and so when I see people like myself who have all of this extra food in their pantry and they're throwing it away, man, back in those days when I was starving and sometimes only eating once a day because that's just all I could afford. I'm kind of ashamed, but it has to be done. So this is my husband's. I hate this stuff because it's packed full of sugar, but he loves this sauce on everything. And I keep telling him that these condiments are going to slow down his progress, but he's lost over 50 pounds since November, so I'm going to just shut up and leave him alone. You know, if he's losing 50 pounds in 6 months, then, he's doing something right. This Progresso Tuscany chicken broth is really good, but I'm also going to give this to Elizabeth. I don't think that expires. Chicken broth usually has a very long shelf life. Yes, July 2020. So there's some chicken broth for her. I have 3 boxes of Lipton onion soup mix. I really don't know why I'm giving this stuff to her because she doesn't cook. Yeah, but, I have a package of this and I'll just tell her, mix it with a pound of meat and some egg and breadcrumbs and she'll have herself a nice little meatloaf there. My pantry is seriously looking empty. I'm really not sure what to do with this. My husband loves this Keurig coffee, but to be honest with you, ever since we discovered the Colombian coffee, we don't drink this, but it's not expired. I don't think. Oh, there it is. Sell by July 2020. Oh, okay, thank you, Lori. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this yet because if I give this to her, then I have to give her a Keurig coffee pot, right? So I'm just going to put that up for a few seconds. Here's some more Tuscany chicken broth. See, so I told you I have plenty of it. I think I'm going to go ahead and give her a couple cans of these diced tomatoes because they expire in July. No, this one expires in June. I've had food poisoning once before in my life, so I'm like crazy about expiration dates on food. All right. So my pantry is looking very, very empty. But you're about to find out how bad my husband is about some things. Now this is a pet peeve of mine too. All right, so up here, I know you can't see this. Let me show you my husband's stash. My husband orders this from Amazon. Look at the, look, I'm not even kidding you. Look at these Slim Jims. Look how big they are. These are original Slim Jims. They are 12 grams of fat. There's 2 servings in here, so okay. So the whole stick is 24 grams of fat, 900 milligrams of sodium, 4 total carbs, 2 sugar, and 12 protein for this whole entire stick. My husband loves those and eats them all the time. The other one he loves is the meat and cheese sticks. He gets these and he buys them online on Amazon. I personally don't care for Slim Jims. I do like beef jerky, but I have to be in the mood for it. Okay, so these were buy one, get one free. I got these. These were buy one, get one free. Plus, there was $1.50 back on my Ibotta app. So I went ahead and bought those. I got $1.50 back, but I got both of these for $6. So he's got some more beef jerky in there. I'm going to be throwing these away. These, I don't like these. I don't like these at all. At all. So I want to show you the most irritating, one of the most irritating habits that my husband has. And I'm not talking crap about him. I love my husband very much. But he's like having a teenager in the house. These are all half-eaten bags of snacks. Half-eaten bags. He ate a little bit of that and said he didn't like it. I can't eat it because it's got sugar in it. He ate almost all of this bag, but left just enough in there to go stale. I think this is probably 2 months old. So he tried these Southern barbecue. He likes these Southern barbecue, but he's really burned out. And now he won't eat this because he can't remember how old either one of these Southern barbecue pork rinds are. Then we have these. Now these, I gotta admit, these are a guilty pleasure for me. These are the best flavored pork rinds I've ever eaten, but they are not macro friendly. They're not macro friendly at all. These are spicy dill pork rinds. And for a half an ounce, it says 8 servings in this container. There's 1 carbohydrate. So if you ate the whole bag, there are 6 grams of carbohydrate. 8 grams of carbohydrates in this bag of pork rinds. But let me tell you, they are spicy hot, but they would be like eating a very spicy hot dill pickle. They're really amazing. When I'm wanting something that I feel is like snacky, sinful snacky, I will have 3 or 4 of these. They're amazing. My husband eats these pizza flavored Cheetos. They're like a Cheetos, but they're pizza flavor. And then jalapeno popper Cheetos. He's a Cheeto freak. But he opens up all of these bags of snacks, and then he comes in here, and instead of taking one of the open bags, he'll just grab a new bag and open it. That drives me absolutely freaking crazy. So my husband bought all of these pork rinds, and he ate 3 out of this package, didn't like them. I can't eat them because they have sugar in them. He didn't like these. I'm gonna give those to Elizabeth since they're not open. He didn't like these. I'm gonna give those to Elizabeth since they're not open. And he did not like these. So instead of throwing the bags away or giving them to someone or taking them to work and putting them on the kitchen, in the work kitchen, he just leaves them in the pantry. So I've got to do something with them. And that's not all. Here's some more hot and spicy ones he doesn't like. And then he bought this gigantic bag of buttered popcorn. He ate about 2 cups out of it, and it's been sitting in there for 3 months. So I'm quite sure that popcorn is thick. We have another fully unopened bag of pork. Do you see what I'm saying? He's got all of these bags of pork rinds in here, open with like 1 cup missing out of them, and then he keeps buying pork rinds. That was just some dill. I tried these and I did not like them. So I'm going to get rid of those. And I have a package of this organic taco seasoning, which I'm going to throw because I'm going to learn how to make my own taco seasoning. We have another bag of the deep dish pizza. You see where my husband gets a little carried away with snacks? Am I being a naggy wife, or do you agree that that's just way too many snacks? Somebody chime in. And of course, another bag because we don't have enough pork rinds in our pantry. I found another bag. There's another bag of pork rinds because we don't have enough pork rinds in our pantry. And another thing of cheese puffs. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? That is crazy. Wait till you see all this. This is nuts. I'm just looking to see this this 4th drawer here I use for like steamer bags. Hi, how are you? Yes, I know, isn't it crazy? And I live in this house. And up until November, my husband was not doing low carb. He could give a crap, right? And so I was living in this house with these snacks continually coming in. It was hard. That's why I'm so glad he's kind of on the journey, but he hasn't stopped eating snacks. See, this drawer here are like brine bags, cooking string, steamer bags, sandwich bags, aluminum foil, plastic wrap. So just so you guys know that I'm not being over dramatic, I'm gonna pick them all up. These are all the open and half-eaten snacks that I am now throwing away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 bags. And he still has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bags down there. Who needs that many snacks? Ever. Ever. We have a bunch of pickles up here. Every time pickles, my husband and I love pickles. And so every time they go buy one, get one free, we buy extra. So I'm also going to throw a jar of pickles in here for them. Oh, what a mess. And these are my husband's favorite pickles. Of course, they've got sugar in them. My husband is a sugar addict straight up. These are sweet chipotle pickles. And you can see he buys them by the case. I've got room on this shelf now. Holy cow. Let me put those up. Put these here. The sugar can go up here. I barely ever use that. Ah! I'm trying to hold too many things in one hand. And then these are my snacks. So you saw my husband's snacks. These are my snacks. So my husband has a snack problem. Just saying. Oh my gosh. My cabinet looks so empty. It looks so empty. Of course, this bottom here. Geez, why do I have all this oil? Okay, so I am going to give Elizabeth this tea pitcher that was in the bottom of there. Let's see what else. This is my paper and plastic wares, like from parties that we've had where we didn't use all of the paper plates. I may go ahead and bag all of this up and give it to her. Because you know they ain't washing dishes and they ain't cooking right away. I'm also going to go through my cabinets today and pick out some dishes for her. Oh, so much stuff down here. All right, I'll be back in a second, guys. I got to get on the floor for this. I thought that was a bug. Okay. Okay, so this is all before I started keto. I used to do a lot of deep frying. Does this stuff expire? Yes, this expired last year. I don't even see a date on this. I don't see a date on this, but I know that it's been over a year since I've used vegetable or corn oil. So I'm just going to bite the bullet and take these out of my house. It's garbage anyway. Okay. My goodness. You can see the floor in my pantry. Hey, how are you doing? So I keep my extra reusable grocery bags and stuff in this old lunchbox, and I'm insulated lunch bag, and I'm gonna go ahead and keep that because I use them all the time. And I'm giving Liz one of my good insulated ones. So I have all of these dish towels and aprons. And I think I'm going to give this one. These are one of the nice ones that you can just button. And these are made out of the Pioneer Women towels. So this one, it buttons right over the refrigerator or the stove door. And you can hang them up. So I'm going to give her that one. That's one of my nicer ones. I also need to get her some pot holders. I know she won't think to buy those. Everything else here I pretty much need because I spend a lot of time in the kitchen. But let me bring you over here. Let me see if I move the whole stand. All right. So that's the top shelf with my bulk items. The next shelf with my canned goods. Look how empty that looks now. Look how empty that looks. We've got all of my husband's pickles here. We've got some of his treats, some of my treats, and some spillover items. And then down here, of course, is my plastic wraps, my wax paper, oven bags, steamer bags. Down here is my husband's snack shelf. And then, of course, the bottom is for storage, which I've got to redo all of these. Those are all his snacks, guys. Those are all of his snacks. All of them. Plus the unopened ones that I put in Elizabeth's bag. And then this is all the stuff that was expired. This is all expired. Not just by a few days, by like quite a while. And then I have to go through this today. This is my spices cabinet. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I have duplicates of anything. And anything I have duplicates of course, I'm going to send with Elizabeth. So I have to go through that. I'm going to be embarrassed for this one, guys. This is I call it my Tupperware drawer. But this is the drawer where I have all my plastic to go, or plasticware, like for packing lunches. And look at how bad that is. Look how bad that is. Oh, I'm so embarrassed, but that's how bad it is. That's my life in a cabinet right there. Lids everywhere. So I have to go through that today, and I'm going to pick out some for her. And then I'm going to go through my pots and pans. And I'm going to pick out some stuff for her. Even though I really don't see her cooking, she might try it. So, and she might like it. Anyway, thank you guys for joining me for my live in my pantry. That was pretty awesome. I got it done. Look, this video has been going 49 minutes. So that's awesome. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up because we're in a live video. And sometimes I get wrapped up into watching the video and I forget. Oh, these pictures? Yes. I was kind of going through like a country kitchen theme. I'm not a decorator, right? So you can see what I got up there on my cabinets. Those old candy jars I need to throw away. I was kind of going through for like a country kitchen theme. The measuring cup one. Oh, Yes, I bought that from Amazon. I love this. This is a lifesaver when I'm cooking. This is great. I can convert any measurement right here if I open the drawer. Anyone. So it's great. I love that. It only took me, I think it was $7 for the applique, and then it took me like 15 minutes to put it on. So it was pretty great. These are the cooking mats that I won, and I just keep them up on my refrigerator with a magnet. Those are my cooking mat sheets that I won from silicone baking sheets that I won from Bonsai Keto's giveaway. So I love them. But anyway, you guys can see I have a ton to do. I have all of these dishes to go through, not to include what is in my dishwasher. I have a full load of dishes in my dishwasher that are clean. I'm gonna probably take 3 or 4 odds and end plates, 3 or 4 odds and end bowls. I've already got some silverware out there for her. I'm gonna pack up some of that plasticware. Yes, those are great. I love them. What I'll do is I'll see if I can, you guys are both my friend on Facebook. So I'll see if I can find my Amazon where I bought those, and I'll put the link on my Facebook page. So you can find them. Hey, how are you doing? I'm actually getting ready to get off here, guys, because I have a lot of packing up to do today for Elizabeth. I have a lot of stuff to go through and pack up and get ready for her. And she's got her, let me take you and show you. So my spare bedroom, welcome to my house, by the way. Let me walk over my husband's snacks. You'd have to be here for the video to understand that. So this is my guest room. This is my guest room, and this over here has to be packed up today, and then everything in this closet, is my daughter's that's moving into her own place. So my husband and I Saturday are moving everything to her. Look at these shoes. Look at these shoes. Those are my daughter's. I would kill myself if I wore those. I would literally break my face. Literally. She's got some really nice shoes. But anyway, and then she's got these. Look how high those are. Those are like old 1960 platforms, aren't they? Anyway, they say some fashion comes back, but this is all of Elizabeth's stuff, all of it. So we'll be packing all of this up on a trailer this weekend, along with the food items that I'm trying to find, and taking it to her so she can start furnishing and fixing up her new place. I also have a basket. Oh, I know. I couldn't wear them. There's no way my lower back would tolerate that kind of pain. So the last thing is, and my other daughter, she's getting my old crock pot. So my other daughter, Paige, she's getting my crock pot. But this is a basket that I've already started for Elizabeth that's got like Kleenex and paper towels, toilet paper, washcloths, things like that. So we'll be taking her a whole bunch of stuff this weekend. Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you for your love and support. Thank you for helping support my channel. And I'll see you guys tonight with a keto without a gallbladder update. Thank you for joining me.